back at it again in the car because I have so much to report about my women. Who are my women? My friends, my tribe, my coven, if you will. All of my friends and I, not all, that's not true, but a good chunk of my friends and I will meet together once a month and do this cacao ceremony where we sit together, and we decided over the summer that we were going to start manifesting for each other. So we would have one person stand in the middle, and all of us would just send a loving intention to that person and actually make sure that their vision is the vision that we're calling in. And it was a really cool night because everyone had a different contribution. Like, one person was like, I think we need to get up and hum. Another person was like, we all need to hold hands. Another person was like, we need to blah, 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 blah. Like, we all had these different ideas, and then that was mine. I was like, let's all like do this thing where we call in the energy for each other, like a group prayer, if you will, because we as women, I really do believe when we gather can conjure up anything. And I'll tell you that when I was in a cult once upon a time, one cool thing about it, there are actually a few cool things about it, that's why you join a cult, you know what I mean? There's something to get you, they get you somehow. And one of the things that they did was we went on this retreat. It was hot as balls for 3 days. It was like the greatest heat wave Southern California had in a while. Actually, it was kind of like central. Anyways, our teacher kept saying, it will rain, it will rain, it will rain. And we were like, dude, it's not scheduled to rain at all this entire time. We're all checking the forecast for some reprieve. No AC, whole nine. By the last day, on the last meditation, we're meditating for like 4 hours, doing some shit. We open our eyes and she goes, it's raining. And we look out the window and it's raining outside. And that was the craziest thing ever. And we all went outside and had a rain dance. And I'll never forget that moment because it was just so crazy. But I really did think to myself, there is something, and it was all women, maybe like 200 of us or something. There is something about when women gather, how much we can actually pull out of the ethers. And they've said that since the beginning of time. Women are the oracles. Women are the divine portal. And men have that too, for sure. But we have always been the ones that are more finely attuned to the ethers, the energetics. And we are meant to actually create life with that. That's literally like you carry a baby sort of metaphor into the world. You bring this thing out of the ethers into the actual physical, tangible reality. And dude, and we're so connected to nature, we're so cyclical, we are fully magical, mystical beings. And I'm learning that more and more and more and more and more. So my group of women and I stood around in a circle at night, one night, and called in everything we ever wanted. Well, we all chose one thing. And we had all different kinds of things. We had somebody calling in something specific around health. We had someone calling in something specific around getting citizenship somewhere. We had somebody else call something in around marriage. We had someone else call something in around finding her true passion. And somebody else calling in a love and getting a boyfriend. Oh my God, I just realized. Every single one of us, mine was calling in unreasonable success, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Every single one of us got what they wanted. Every single one of us within 2 months. 2 months, boyfriend. 2 months, engaged. 2 months, citizenship on their way. 2 months, the full health problems healed. 2 months, passion unlocked, people connected to, book written. What the fuck? Guys, like, look, what am I telling you right now? I'm telling you that you need to do this. I'm not usually one to say exactly what you need to do. I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. When women gather, magic ensues. Magic happens. I promise you this. And you don't need to make it contrived. Make it fun and lighthearted. That's what we did. We had no idea the power that we were capable of. We were just playing. We we were just authentically playing with the idea that it felt really like palpable, this energy, and we were all like, we gotta do something. And that's actually what somebody said in the group. She's like, we gotta do something. And all of us were like, yeah, what are we gonna do? And then everyone just started shouting out randomly, like, maybe we hold hands, maybe we sing, maybe we, like, it wasn't all like kumbaya, like whatever. It was just so organic. And I want you to, one, trust yourself in the energy. Trust when you can feel that there's something palpable for you to work with, because you're sensitive like that and you can feel it. And also, I want you to gather with your women. I want you to gather with your women, and I want you to pray with them, for them, conjure with them, for them, whatever word you want to use. It's all the same. I know the Christians are gonna be like, don't use conjure and pray in the same breath ever in your life. And I'm like, bro, they're the same. They're the same. I know that as somebody with deep family history, Christian roots, and somebody who's dabbled in witchcraft, okay? They're the same, brother. They're the same. And it is magical. And if you are a woman, you are truly, and just as a man, just as any human sovereign being, we are an extension of Source itself. We are Source itself. It is in us. We are made of it. We are made in reflection of God's image. We are made as an extension of Source itself. We are made of stardust. We are made of whatever the hell. They're all the same. Don't you guys see this? Don't you see that it's all the same? It's so sick. It's so sick. So actually, I just met with my Christian aunt who, you know, we don't see eye to eye on everything, but we're so similar, and it's hilarious because we both know that. And when we're sitting together, we really find out like we're the same. We just have a fully different like scripture or whatever way of going about it, but it's like it's the same shit, guys. And so we hang out and we have fun and we're laughing, and she prays over me. And I think back in the day I would have been a little like put off or triggered because I'm like, this is not my religion. But she's praying over me with her friend, and I'm just living for it. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, pray over me, conjure over me, whatever the hell you want, because all of that good intention energy, if it's really good intention, is good and wonderful and great. And it doesn't matter what shape, flavor, color, form it comes in. But you can do it. You don't need a specific ritual around it. You don't need to be woo-woo. You don't need to be religious. You can literally just say, hey, what are you calling in? Let's take a moment for that. I'm visualizing that for you. I'm seeing that for you. And all of us do that for each person until we feel complete. And then we move on to the next one. And it is just magical. And all of them have it. I just can't get over it. Today was the final one. A friend just got engaged and I like lost my mind. I was eating pizza for breakfast and the pizza literally just like fell out of my mouth and I screamed. I was like, what? But I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not. And when people believe something for you, it's easier to believe it for yourself. So if you're, that fun hack. So the two things that I was working on in the last two ceremonies, one was unreasonable success. That was the one that was like the most mystical ceremony I think we've had. And unreasonable success was something I learned, I stole as a term from Brad Yates, who's the EFT teacher on YouTube. He's wonderful. And he talks about basically that we all have limits around success and what we think is really reasonable. And so I was like, okay, so he says, call in unreasonable success. Be unreasonable about how much success you think you can call in. And I was like, damn, that's actually a great way to frame it. So I said I wanted to call in unreasonable success. And however, there's a catch in there. And the reason I said unreasonable, and I didn't tell them this, but the truth is because I feel so privileged in my life already that I felt like I'm not worthy of more success. So maybe that is still the same concept that I have a cap on my success or how much I'm allowed to have or how I get it or whatever. And I just wanted to break through all of that, which is true. And I still stand by it. And though I think I'm a little afraid to actually claim what I want because I feel like there's still a part of me that doesn't feel worthy, like other people need it more, or why me, or whatever it may be. But the truth is, we all deserve unreasonable success. We come here to have a wonderful experience. And to me, business is something I really love. And it's fun, it's play, it's kind of a game, like not in an unethical way, but it's like, how much can I expand my self-belief, my magnetism, my vision, and can I really contribute something to the world that people see value in? And if I do, and if I'm out of my own way, which I know that I have value, I know that there's a contribution here because we all have that, all I have to do is get out of my own way, and then I'm abundant, and then I'm receiving, and then I'm magnetic, because We all have something that is truly invaluable that people need and want. And I know that I have that. So why am I so freaking scared that I don't even know? I don't deserve something? Of course I deserve it. We all deserve to be rewarded for our personal contribution in the world. How much can I get out of my own way? But I found that in that declaration or that intention or that wish or whatever that I'm calling in, I felt a bit like I was hiding behind the word unreasonable, because I was basically saying it's not reasonable that I'm asking for this. But that's not the truth. It's that I'm calling in success that's just beyond what I believe. And so I think that there was an energetic mismatch there. So in my next one, I called in the intention to my desire to stop feeling the need to prove myself to people, because I felt like that would counterbalance that as well. And maybe in the next one I get even more specific about the success that I'm calling in, or maybe I do that right here in front of you guys on the friggin' internet for you to privilege shame me, and that is all good in the hood, because that's one of my greatest integrations in this life. I know I came here to basically decide that even despite that, I still have value of my own, which is the whole point of like my greatest dilemma here is, do I have value on my own when I came from my dad, who has like such a light in this world? Am I worth anything? Am I ever going to measure up? But the truth is, there's no measuring up. There's just measuring authentically, measuring against yourself. How authentic and true can you be? And I feel like I'm being pretty freaking authentic and true. So where authenticity lies, reward lies. So those are my thoughts. Those are my feels. To call it in, I'm driving, so I'm doing a lot at once, but I think what I would like to call in, okay, red light, perfect. Bro, I want to make $100,000 a month. I want to make $100,000 a month. And there's enough to go around. And I declare it as so. And the universe is not in a budget. So call in what you want. I'm calling that in. And I want to do it through joy and storytelling and sharing and connecting and celebrating and play and reminding people that that is life and authenticity, and reminding people to truly connect to themselves. I want to do that through showing, not just telling. I want to do that through really honestly having transformative information and content, which is my e-course is coming out really soon. We've been working on the webpage, and I've been making sure that my little guinea pigs get all the way through and I get all the feedback ironed out before I put it out in the world, so that I know it is truly a life-changing program, which I already know that it is, but I want it to speak so loudly to the people that are afraid to follow their hearts and their joys, that are so disconnected from themselves and their lives, and that don't even know who they are anymore, and that we're taught that they need to do things a certain way or give everything to everyone else. And I'm teaching you to pour into you, because when you do, you radiate. And I have so many stories to tell you already from how true that's been in my life and the people I've connected with. It's crazy, this magical alignment, synchronicity, serendipity kind of energy that's happening right now. And it's not a coincidence. It's because I have stepped into alignment with myself. And that is exactly what I'm here to show you to do. How? Just to be brave. To be brave, and with the steps, and with the tapping, and with the meditations, and with the journaling, and with the self-inquiry, and all of the things, but actually also just doing the shit in real life. Because you can sit and meditate all day long in your house, but I'm also gonna push you to get out there and be brave. Push yourself a little bit. And I'll step you through the process, literally step by step, that I took to do that. So anyway, I have lots more to say, but brother, that is worth $100,000 a month and more, I will tell you, because that is you not losing your life and not throwing it away, which so many of us do, so many women do, for partners, for family, for this, for that, for what they think they need to do. And today there's more pressure than ever to be everything: a mom, a partner, self-sufficient, independent, have a great career. Like, we are carrying so much And let's lighten it through authenticity, because when you're actually in the groove you're supposed to be in and you're living the life that's meant for you, it doesn't feel like all this heavy work, and it is radiant and abundant. So do you, fam. Do you, brother. Okay? That's what I'm saying. All right, well, thank you so much for listening. Life is absolutely magical. You are magical. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, stay around, and definitely make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter, which I will link below. So check that out so that you do not miss a beat. When this thing launches, pre-sale happens, and all the things, you are enrolled, because this is going to be life-changing content. Literally. Wish I would have done this when I was 18. Saved all this money on college, saved all this time, saved all these random useless heartbreaks. I know it's all meant to be because it happened for me now, but if you feel the call to jump in now, you're not meant to go through all the rigmarole. You're supposed to make sure that you are right in line now, because you have something to do that is so big and we don't have time to wait for it. Love you.